Hey everybody, it's David. Week 3 in the books. We're getting close to halfway there. I just want to spend a couple of moments. I'm not going to talk about everything that you did this week because it was pretty broad in focus. You had the journals where I gave you some background on what focus groups were all about and my experience with those, and hopefully some of the things that I mentioned to you were interesting, eye-opening, and all that. And then you're continuing with your Starbucks course project, and I'll start looking at those for week 3 here shortly. But I wanted to spend time today talking about the short answer. And um, this week we talked about value propositions and how do companies, through their marketing attempts, create a value proposition. And I've mentioned this before. I can't remember if I've done it in any areas of this class or not. But the word value in companies, I think, has been co-opted, if you will. I mean, when you think about it, and McDonald's uses the phrase value menu or something like that, to many of the consumers out there, it means, oh, that's the cheap stuff. That's the dollar menu or whatever. And so the word value has, with some people, become synonymous with the word cheap, less expensive, and so on and so on. But honestly, that's not the definition of value. And I put it in the short answer piece where I said, think of value or the value proposition is that intersection, okay, um, of who your customers want you to be and who you actually are. Um, and so the video that I posted in there was Starbucks, timely, right? Was Starbucks talking about every table has a story. And I think if you look historically at Starbucks, they kind of lost their way a while ago, and then they're trying to bring it back. In that Starbucks used to be a place that was more than just coffee. And so you'll see in this Every Table Has a Story, or you saw in it that it was about many other things other than just coffee. As a matter of fact, it was almost the coffee was kind of an afterthought in there. But it was a location where stories are created. And so for Starbucks, that's how they started, and that's how they wanted to continue to develop their um, uh, their message and their value proposition. Because the heart of the ad is not the coffee, the heart of the ad is the table. And so hopefully that's something that you'll be able to see, and something that perhaps you can incorporate into your marketing analysis that you're going through with Starbucks. And then perhaps it's something that if you're currently employed outside the home or in those areas, that you'll be able to talk about and see for your product or your service that you work for, to see what types of value you can create for the consumer going forward. All right. Hopefully this was interesting. If you have any questions, comments, just reach out. Have a great week. Take care.